Today we're doing an unboxing for an inverted lighter for smoking pipe. Stick around. Fellas, welcome back. It's Robert, your everyday gentleman. And like I mentioned, today we're going to be looking at an inverted lighter from Dissim. Now, before I get into it, I just want to let you know, obviously full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video. They didn't even reach out and send me this product for free. This is something I did on my own. Obviously with our phones listening to us, they know I smoke pipe. So I came across an advertisement showing this inverted lighter. So I figured, hey, what the heck, let me check it out. Seems like it might work good for pipe. So I purchased it, I've got it here, and we're gonna take a look at it today. But before we get into it, if this is your first time here, I wanna welcome you. If you're into not only smoking pipe, but also things like fragrances, men's style, fitness, grooming, cigars, whiskey, and other topics for the everyday man, then this might be the place for you. Consider subscribing and joining the growing EG family. And if you're already a member, I want to thank you for your continued support. And without further delay, I've got my pipe packed and ready to go with some Navy Flake. Let's get into this unboxing. All right, so let's check this out. Here we go. So this is the Dissim Inverted Lighter. Like I said, or the inverted lighter from Dissim. Comes in a nice little package. Obviously that's not the main thing that we're looking for. The main thing is, does this thing function pretty well? This is pretty cool. They've got some blueprints, some schematics of how the lighter looks on the inside, I guess. So let's open this up and see what it's like. Put that there. It's a pretty substantial lighter. It's got a nice size to it. I've got my regular lighter that I use here, and this thing does really well for me. It's got a light that comes out of the side here, and this thing's pretty substantial. It's much bigger than this one, but it's not heavy really at all. It's got some nice weight to it though, but definitely not heavy. It's got steel construction here, it feels like, and then we've got like a rubber coating here on the bottom. Oh, this is pretty cool. You've got the fill window, or I'm sorry, the fill entry or the fill area on the side here, and you've got a little window. Looks like it might be empty. I've got my butane here, so I'll fill it up, but that makes it easy to fill. That's one of the things that I don't like about my lighter is you kind of guess, you know, how it is as far as being filled and when you're filling it. So that window to see how much gas is left in there is pretty cool. On the side here, you've got the dial for the flame intensity, and then obviously you've got your, oh, it's got some gas in there. You've got your push button to light it up. Now it's got this, they call it a little ergonomic hole on here to make it easy to hold it. My fingers are kind of big, so it doesn't fit in there extremely well, but it does fit. And if I'm lighting my pipe, probably don't want to do that, the flame goes right to my thumb. If I'm lighting my my pipe, that gets the job done just fine. Now one thing I just noticed right now, when I inverted the flame is obviously going to go up because that's what flames do, and it starts charring the side of the lighter, so that's kind of annoying. Overall, it's pretty cool. So that's the lighter there. Let's see what else comes in the packaging. You got your desiccant on here, and looks like instructions that I should have read before opening apparently. So you got a lifetime warranty, lighter care, filling and refilling instructions, lighting the lighter, adjusting the flame level, and then extinguishing the flame. So it's pretty standard instructions on how to use a lighter, nothing fancy there. So we'll put this away and let's do a trial run with this thing. Let's see if it actually works well in lighting my pipe, and is it going to replace my existing lighter. So I've got my Nording here, like I mentioned, with Navy Flake ready to go. Nice and packed. If you haven't watched my video on how to pack pipe, I'll link it right here so you can check it out. Just pack your pipe though. All right, let's give this a shot. Well, the tobacco is good. It's pretty standard. I mean, it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's easy to use. The little ergonomic thing is pretty cool because I do have my finger holding in it, and you know, it's pretty secure along with that. But this is pretty secure too. This is my standard lighter, like I mentioned, so it's pretty secure as well. But that's a cool little thing on here. I can light this upside down as well, and it does the same thing. The flame's gonna go up from the bottom, so it's not really going to be much different from my existing lighter. I mean, I don't really see the advantage of it being upside down because it lights, it chars. I don't like that it chars. I really don't like that. Let's check out the difference in the flame intensity. You know what, before I do that, I'm actually going to fill this thing. Just to make sure, because it does look like it's empty, which makes sense if they shipped it. Well, that's not good. Doesn't seem to be filling too easily. Now, I don't know if this is a issue with the nozzle or an issue with the manufacturing, but a lot of the butane is leaking out as I'm trying to fill this thing. I'm going to try to catch this on my other angle here, see if you can see it. See if I can try to catch it on there. I don't know if the butane will let you see butane tank, but you can see a lot of that coming out of the side. And I know this works because I use it for my existing one, and it works just fine. So I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe it's a bad lighter or whatnot. It does get some fuel in there. I see the fuel in there. So it does get some in there, but it makes a mess. So I don't know if this is just this particular lighter. It's pretty messy as far as filling it. I'm not big on that. It's just wasteful. The butane, obviously it doesn't damage anything out here, at least as far as I can tell. Whenever you fill a lighter, it gets really cold and you'll get some like frost build up on the outside of it, but that just wipes off. So it's not a huge deal. I guess as far as functionality of the lighter itself and doing what it needs to do, it does a great job. So let's check out the flame intensity. So it goes pretty low and it goes pretty high. Obviously you don't need a light this high for the light. So I've been adjusting this thing for a little bit. I cut the video for a little bit because I was having some trouble with this lighter. The light wouldn't extinguish, the flame wouldn't extinguish, and now it's not turning on at all. I refilled it. It's not completely full. The window shows a little bit of a gap of air in there, but it's not filling up. It is releasing gas because when I put a flame to it, it lights a flame. Whoa. What the heck? All right, so I've been using this for a little bit, smoking. One of the things I'm finding is it's not functioning very predictably. Sometimes it turns on, sometimes it doesn't. That flame doesn't extinguish right away. It actually stayed on for a little bit. It does release gas, but the ignition here doesn't seem to be turning it on, at least upside down. Right side up seems to do a little bit better. But the point of this lighter is to be able to light upside down. And if it doesn't do it when it's upside down, then what's the point? I'm going to play with this thing a little bit more. This is my initial review. I'm going to reach out to the company as well and talk to them about it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Initially, I will say, for the price tag that this comes at, 48 bucks, which is what I paid for it, I really wouldn't say it's that great of a lighter. You can get some better options that function more predictably, more reliably, for much cheaper. This is a side lighter. Like I mentioned before, I prefer lighters that come out at an angle as opposed to your big lighters. I've used big lighters before and they work fine, but I prefer lighters like that just because it makes it a little easier to get that flame onto your pipe. So this Dissim lighter, I'm not a fan of right now. I will put a link down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But so far, my first impression, I'm not impressed. I'm not a fan. I don't think it's that great of a lighter. It's a cool idea. It's a cool design. But overall, I had issues with filling it. The flame is not reliable. It does do a nice flame, but upside down, it just doesn't give me. Let's try this here. It's sputtering. It just doesn't give me a reliable flame. Yeah, see, it lights sometimes it doesn't. And with this one, every time I've got that light, and it'll do upside down too. So, you know, it's an issue. It's got to function. It's got to be able to light up whenever you need it to light up. And if it's not doing it when it's upside down, then you can't really call it an inverted lighter. But again, we'll see what the company says, and I'll get back to you with another video after I talk to them and spend a little more time with this Dissim lighter. Now, as always, if you enjoyed the video and you found value in it, make sure you let me and YouTube know by hitting that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and do all the things that help this channel continue to grow. And remember, being a gentleman is an everyday thing. I'm gonna finish this Navy flake and go water some grass. Cheers, fellas.
We bop and hippity hop, I'm as happy as I can be.